Every night at exactly 11:44 p.m., the small vintage store on the corner of Elm Street glows like a forgotten lighthouse in a sea of sleeping buildings. Most people pass it without a second glance except Daniel, a young office worker whose curiosity is about to unravel something he can never unsee. Inside the store stands Elara, the beautiful shopkeeper with eyes that seem to remember centuries. Her smile is calm, her voice soft, but something about her presence feels frozen in time. Why does the store never close? And why does she never age? Before you scroll away, ask yourself, would you fall in love with someone who might not be alive? Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and join us as we uncover a haunting love story trapped between reality and something far stranger. Every night, Daniel took the same route home after finishing his shift at the finance office. It was a quiet walk through the older part of the city, where flickering streetlights painted ghostly shadows and most shops had long shut their doors. But there was one exception, a small antique store on Elm Street called Elara's Curiosities. It never closed. Its golden lights glowed through the stained glass windows every night, no matter how late. Daniel had noticed the shop many times, but one night, drawn by a strange pull in his chest, he stopped. Inside, it was as if time stood still. The air was scented with dried lavender and old paper. Music from a forgotten era played softly in the background, and behind the wooden counter stood Elara. She was radiant, timeless long auburn hair, pale skin, and striking emerald eyes. She looked no older than 30, but something in her gaze carried centuries. "Welcome," she said, as if she had been waiting for him. From that night on, Daniel began visiting the shop every evening. Each time, Elara told him stories about the items she sold, tales of lost lovers, cursed mirrors, clocks that ticked backward, and dolls that whispered at night. Her voice was calm, soothing, but her stories stirred something deep in Daniel's soul. He found himself obsessed. Every morning, he'd wake with a burning desire to return. He began sketching her in his notebook. His friends noticed his odd behavior, but he didn't care. Elara was all he could think about. One rainy night, Daniel stayed past midnight. The lights in the shop flickered. The clock struck 12:01 a.m. Elara, who had been dusting a shelf of porcelain angels, suddenly froze. Her smile disappeared. Her eyes lost their spark. "What's happening?" Daniel asked. She turned slowly, and for the first time, he noticed her reflection was missing in the mirror behind her. "You weren't supposed to see this," she whispered. The shop shifted. The air turned cold. Shelves bent under unseen pressure. A storm howled, though the doors remained shut. "Elara, what are you?" She walked to him, her hand brushing his cheek. "I was once like you, a woman who loved too deeply. I waited, and the wait turned me into something between life and memory. This shop is my prison. I can't leave. I can only exist at night, and only if someone remembers me." Daniel's breath caught. His logical mind screamed, but his heart ached. "Then let me stay. Every night, I'll remember you. I'll talk to you. You won't be alone." Her eyes shimmered with ancient sorrow. "But what if I'm not real? What if I'm only the echo of a woman who once was?" Daniel stepped closer. "Then let me love the echo." And from that moment, he did. Every night, he returned talking, listening, laughing. And slowly, Elara began to smile again. The shop grew warmer. The clocks ticked normally. The cursed objects grew quiet. But Daniel never aged. Weeks passed, months blurred, and still, he never noticed. Outside, time marched on. But inside Elara's Curiosities, two souls, one human, one forgotten, existed in a loop of love and mystery. No one saw Daniel again. Only the faint music of the shop played on, every night at 11:44 p.m. and those who dare peek through the windows say they still see them. A man and a woman dancing slowly between dusty shelves, trapped in a love that defied time. Do you believe in love that never dies, or in ghosts that never let go? Subscribe now for more true feeling stories that blur the line between mystery and memory.